Alright, hello there and welcome everyone to the stream. We are live at this point. Let's see over here. Yeah, I think I got the comments right where I want them. Hey Imperator, welcome to the stream. Hopefully Imperial Remnant will win. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it kind of depends upon if Throne's Revenge wins or not. Hello to everyone watching. Not sure if there are any more of you guys than Imperator who's commenting. We are playing Europa Universalis 5 as Sweden, continuing this campaign. I'm not sure how many more episodes of this we're going to be doing. Just doing one every other week kind of drags things out quite a bit. But on the flip side, I feel like we've gotten quite a bit done. We have defeated Denmark after all. Denmark is our vassal. I forgot that we did that last episode. But yeah, we are basically the hegemon of Scandinavia. And still relatively weak in the grand scheme of Europe. If anyone who is watching this is not familiar with Europa Universalis 5, it is a grand strategy game, basically Risk on steroids. We are continuing our campaign as Sweden. The economy is doing okay, all things considered. Tax base doing okay. I think last we left off, I was among other things trying to create a city right here, right? Yes, I was. I do have the money. This is a town. Okay, so we were planning on making this a market, I think. That was one of the plans. Making a market right here, because the market access right now in most of these places is like abysmal. It's 20, 11, 0, 22. Really, really bad. Risk on steroids. I mean, I don't really know how to describe it any better. Most people know what risk is like, or what risk is. So this is essentially risk, but instead of, you know, Scandinavia being one tile, Eastern or Western Europe being one tile, Eastern Europe being one tile, you not only have all these different countries, but you have like Stendal as a place. Oh, Kinda. I'm not even familiar with this part of Sweden. It's in Östra Småland, but still. Like Arboga is actually a province here, which is kind of crazy. It's really fun looking at the map as a Swede, being like, oh yeah, I mean like, oh, okay, so the shopping, and this is Sevilla, I guess that's Kalmar, for example. Middle Europe is learning how to use makeup. I mean, it is terrible. The border grower is absolutely awful. The Netherlands is pretty sizable, 600,000 people. Not bad, all things considered. France is an absolute behemoth, like always. Castile has completely eaten up Portugal. What are these guys? Are they they're a vassal of Spain. Yeah, no Portugal this game. All my Portuguese friends out there in the world, your country has been devoured. Hanover is pretty sizable. Interesting. Interesting. Now, we have this guy, King Birger III. He is an absolute beast. Unfortunately, he only has daughters. And I was foolish enough not to make these characters take the vows. I kind of wish I did. I could tell this one, Christine, not to take the vows. It would make us lose legitimacy, though, so maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave these three characters alone. And then we have the brother of our character. We have this guy. The problem is, I can't get him to marry anyone because he's not our direct kid. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous how this works. I'm wondering if I can tell this person to marry... No. I cannot. The way the marriage situation with the nobles works is abysmal. Like, it's really, really bad. I don't understand why it is the way it is. The Bialbo dynasty is going to die out with this character. I could theoretically marry Catherine here with someone else. The Sarah family and Lowry family and Sturesson. Sturesson is actually not a terrible name, but this guy's a painter. France is the shape of a cheese? Kind of. A little bit. I'd say yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what? I agree with you. Look at Brittany. 1.2 million people. That is quite the powerful... I mean, Brittany alone has almost the same army size that we do. England is pretty weak. We are allied to who? Scotland? We have cemented an alliance with Scotland. Alright. Who wants a royal marriage? These guys want a royal marriage between their heir Albrecht and Catherine of Yelbo. I have to be really careful because if I don't, I'll lose the... I could, I guess, get a union somehow. I mean, if the Kingdom of Poland... If I marry the Crown Prince of Frederick Baranicki... He is an idiot. Of course he is. Of course he's an idiot. I could maybe marry Lothar Baranicki to maybe our second daughter and thereby get a Union CB on Poland. I'm not sure if that would be possible to win that, but it could be possible. And we are going to go for maybe Wobo right here. Let's see what we can do. Increase our control, bolster government, promote castle works, expand forest exploitation. Oh, that could actually be pretty good. If we go to the goods right now, what would make the most money? Iron would make the most money, as well as marble. And I think both of those might be impacted. I'm not really sure. Let's check and see. I've never really done the forest thing. So, wobble. Expand. I guess mining operations is... Yeah, so coal, iron, copper, silver, stone, and the forest, I'm guessing, is just... It's only lumber. Okay, that's the only one. It's not really going to help us that much. I'll do the... I don't really care about this. So I'll do... Develop the interior would give me development. That would be nice. Let's do expand mining operations, actually. There we go. Nice. We're going to lose some money. That's fine. Creating a market costs how much? One guy in French advisor or something, his name Yorgio or something. Oh, Yorgi? Ah, really? I did not know that. Yorgi. Yorgi from Georgia? That's pretty cool. I mean, look how strong Georgia is. 1 million people. A lot of peeps. And they've actually conquered Trebizond. The Aretnids look massive. The Aretnids, the Suyadids, are these guys Turkish? They're Mongolian. Interesting. We got a horde over here. That's fine. Let's unpause for a bit. Assess what we're doing. We were taxing everyone. Great. We're spending a lot of money on colonies right now. That is what it is. Do we have any truces right now? We do have one with Denmark. That's fine. Our country right now is very decentralized, which is good. I think we might integrate Skåne, just because we have these two vassals. I believe I made them Swedish as well. These guys are Swedish and Catholic. Okay, cool. We could ask to become their vassal. We're not going to do that. Reign in junior diplomacy. I'm not really sure why we would want to do that, but maybe we can make the union more centralized. Mutual offensive. We already have unification of the crowns. We already have this, I guess. I think we do. Years to annex. How long would it take to annex these guys? Ah, okay. And it would only take 400 years to annex these guys. That's very slow. Georgia is really strong in history, but other parts of history were fighting 3 empires. Yeah, you're fighting like the Persians, the Ottomans, the Russians. Yeah. I hope the Russia would save you guys. Oh, that was, yeah, no, you can never really trust the Russians for that aspect. Maybe they were trustworthy for like 5 or 6 years, but then they go, oh, you know what? This could be our territory. But Georgia was one of those countries that didn't have its own Soviet republic, right? I think Georgia was directly controlled by the SSR. Or am I mistaken? Because countries like Poland had some form of autonomy. Just a little bit, right? Not sure if Georgia did. Let's go. Okay. Country cooldown is off. Action, asking for money. Okay. Religious actions, that's fine. We're going to leave that as is. We're expelling people from Tiohard. Oh yeah, that's right. This is right. I do not think we need to do this anymore. We are encouraging migration to Stockholm. Let's expel people from Västmanland, maybe? Do we have any towns there or cities? Making Stockholm into a city would be very, very nice. Now, location ranks. We do not have any here. My perspective, expelling people from Västmanland kind of be a good idea. There is iron here. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I do it from Värmland, actually. What are the RGOs here? Just lumber. I don't really care about that. So let's actually go and expel people from Värmland instead. People live in Värmland. 34,000 is not a lot. We're quite lacking in terms of people. But let's see if that maybe helps us getting Stockholm up to 30,000 people. That's what I need, right? And I need 1,400 ducats. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. But let's see. The most I could get from a building would be cloth. I could get that from Stockholm. I'm already building that. And the most I could get from goods would be the iron. But I already have a huge shortage of workers, so there's no real point there. Kolmården, however, that's 1.6 more ducats. Some wool. I could get more here. And actually get some more there, sure. I should not be doing that. I should be doing the mining stuff. So let's see. Copper. Falun has already built up. Lida, that would work. Nice. And where else? Stone, I guess, is not terrible. I could help Tallinn. It's not really that much more money for us, but you know what? Why not? Although it costs as much as usual, so I'm not going to do it. And clay, is that cheaper right now? No, it's not cheaper. Okay, I think as a whole I kind of messed up a little bit when it came to the parliament situation, but it's fine. We lose some support in the Riksdag. This is gonna fail. It's just the way it is. Hussite Wars, we don't really care about that. Let's actually up the speed a bit. We don't have to play perfectly. Poland did have autonomy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The same with Hungary, the same with East Germany, but I'm not really sure about Georgia, Azerbaijan, right? They were directly incorporated into the Soviet Union, correct? That is my understanding of the situation. I mean, the thing is also there are no matrilineal marriages. Question is, do we care about the dynasty? I mean, let's be realistic. Dynasty. We could have the same dynasty as like the Plantagenets. The Alsac. We could have that. Alfreval. We have an Estonian guy here, and then we have a Polish guy here. We could have another dynasty. The Castells are actually pretty strong. Reinhardsson, or whatever. Z Luxembourg, von Habsburg. What is this? Z Mecklenburg, von Mecklenburg. I kind of like the idea of Bielbo continuing to rule this dynasty, though. Like, I would like that to persist if possible. Right now we have William here, who does have a son Birger, so maybe, you know, if all of these characters die off and Birger is still alive, we can maybe marry him to someone. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we do with our daughters here. Blocked from the crown. I mean, it would be smart to do this. I kind of wish I didn't have to, due to the legitimacy, but it would be smart to do that for her and for her, just so that I don't have to deal with them as queens. I would only have the 27-year-old. That is the smartest thing to do if I want to maintain this dynasty, so let's do that. It kind of sucks, but we're doing it. Take the vows. There we go. Gives them estate satisfaction. These guys are super happy now. We lost some legitimacy, which is a shame. Are you working on stability? Okay, I would rather you work on legitimacy, actually, at this point. We got an achievement, which I've gotten like 4,000 times. Was directly incorporated into, including Belarus, Ukraine. Yes. Yes, I'm... Okay, that's what I thought. Let's go speed 4. A donation to the Pope. I do not want to do that. You know what? He can be mad at us. We don't care. What do we have in terms of... The Hansa doesn't like us. Maybe I can improve relations with the Hansa. And you know what? Let's start improving relations with Norway as well. Town demands a seat in the Riksdag. We could actually grant it, giving us 50%. Okay, that means we're gonna get the thing. Okay. Kalmar will become better. Kolmården will become better. Okay, that's good for me. That's actually really good. Speaking of things, let's go to... What's this? Giori Joshera. Okay, he is marrying someone. Good for him. Huh. The king of the two Sicilies actually wants to marry with the princess, which would create a union. The problem is that they are a higher rank, so they would become the senior partner. Also, the two Sicilies is so far away that I'm not going to do that. We could vote for something here. What does this do? Antagonism received? Yeah, we'll vote for no. No, we say. Let's see how far we can get in this stream. We don't have to play perfectly. That's the biggest thing. So let's just go speed 5. Got some more prestige. Nice. This was passed. Fantastic. The economy is doing pretty well. Now, can I already create the market here? If I go to markets. I've never created one before, so this is going to be interesting. Yes, I'm aware. Okay. I guess that's not where you do this. How do I create a market? Markets. Yes, I'm aware. Oh, there. Create a market. Create okay. There we go. Create a market in Uleåborg. There we go. Achievement unlocked. It's just business. Create a market. Fantastic. So, I guess it takes the month tick for it to actually happen. So let's spend a month. No one wants to work. Not quite planned, but that's fine. Let's go here. We're already creating a market. Oh, okay, it's gonna take time, perhaps. We are creating a market. It's gonna take 80 days. Okay, I see. Very interesting. I'm guessing that this market is gonna be pretty terrible. We're gonna need to build some stuff here. For example, a mason will probably be necessary. Yes, and what other RGOs are there? Stone I'm gonna need, probably. Is there any stone here? Yes, there is, right there. In a province that I do not have right now. That's not great. RGOs, well, it's fine. Possible reforms. We can add a new government reform. So we have this for centralization. The Diplo rep, I think, is completely and utterly unnecessary. So what I'll do is I'll take and implement... What are we going to do? Feudal nobility would actually be pretty decent. Loyalty to subjects would actually be pretty good. Tax efficiency and decentralization could be pretty good. We could centralize max, but I think we're kind of moving towards decentralization anyway, so let's just go for it. I guess there's different ways of doing this, but we're going to go do that. Once that's done, these will kind of cancel each other out, which is fine. I might remove this. Diplorep and diplomatic capacity, like it's not that useful. Disparity and all that good stuff. Okay. What are we researching right now? We're currently researching the rights of the nobility. Anatomy is going to be very nice. We already have Kung och Riksdag. That's why we have that extra government reform. Universities will be good. We'll get the cost of court. Why not? And why not just get the stone output? I think that'll be good. National assemblies. Ooh, that could be good. Why not? And then let's start getting some more banking stuff, I think, to try and get that money up. The Hulk on Treeport. Encourage urbanization sounds quite good. So we'll do that. There we go. Plan acquired. Sometimes you wish you had the funds. Oh, that you could make a Star Wars game? What would you like to make? What kind of game would you do? Would it be like an RPG? Another RTS? Like, what would the game actually be? So here we have Uleåborg, our market right here. I'm guessing they're lacking of everything. They have lots of lumber. They have not enough food. And not enough wheat, not enough beeswax, not enough pottery. I think the big thing is going to be getting stone to build stuff with in Uleåborg. And then getting enough tools. Let's see here. The Tools Guild is going to be very important. Once those two things are dealt with, I think it will be fine. Sure, I'll go towards traditional economy. Fish isn't really all that important. Let's go here. RG of the population. There are basically no people here. For some reason, everyone's moving to Luleå. This might become a town in the future. Lumber is okay as a resource, but it would be better actually to get a stone pit. Irrigation. Can I get irrigation here? Yeah, I can. Okay, nice. Yeah, we're building the Tools Guild. A dock would not be terrible, but it would require tools, masonry, all that good stuff that we don't have. Scriptorium. What does the mason use? The mason uses clay. Is there any clay here? Clay, 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 clay. We got clay over here. We got clay over here. Okay, that's gonna take a while to get. Plus the Norwegians already got it. I'm not happy about that, actually. I kind of regret not colonizing a bit harder, because now the Norwegians are gonna get Koala. It's gonna look terrible. Actually, not all that happy with that. I should have been a bit quicker when it came to colonizing. But it's fine. We could lose a bunch of prestige. We could lose 5 legitimacy. I'll lose the prestige. Not that important. Hey, Sen, welcome to the stream. You would make an EVE Online style Star Wars game? Okay, that would be kind of cool. I've never really played EVE Online. Not quite as interested in the just controlling one spaceship aspect. I either prefer having like an RPG kind of game. Wait, who? The King of France wants to marry the Crown Princess of Sweden. That is kind of insane, but the problem is we would be in the Union under France for eternity. So I'm gonna have to unfortunately decline that option. But our heir is one of the most eligible bachelorettes in the world right now. And I wish I'd made her a monk. Would have made things a lot easier for me. It's fine. How are you doing, Sen? No, I mean, in my case, I like Empire at War due to the fact that you have multiple armies. I like the strategy aspect more than just the ships themselves. And then I prefer, like, real RPGs with, like, stories and stuff over, you know, controlling a character, walking around, like, sandbox style. So I prefer, you know, like, KOTOR over, let's say, like, an MMO or, Minecraft in space or something like that. The week's been mad. Yeah, I mean, was that your first week back from work? Or have you been working for a while now? Oh, this is atrocious from the Norwegians. Can we just take provinces from them? It's awful. Well, it's going to be what it's going to be. I could create a colonial charter here. Yes. Right. Alala. So they're gonna have Western Kola, South Kola, North Kola, and they're gonna have Finnmark. Well, I'm gonna have these provinces. I really should have gone harder for like this and this, just so I could have it all for myself. We need to fight the Novgorodians as well at some point. Yes, they're colonizing this way. They have who? They have an alliance with Smolensk and these guys. So Vladimir has 4,000 soldiers. Smolensk has 10. These guys have 8. And I think their vassals don't really matter. But if we were to declare war upon these guys, it would be tough. I think we could win due to our vassals. No, it would be a hard-fought battle, that's for sure. Renewed focus on traditional practices. Encourage this. Sure, why not? I'm gonna stop expelling people from Värmland. I don't think it's all that necessary at this point. Although, maybe we can build settlements because of it. Settlements... No. Alright, well, stop doing that then. Maybe you can, as a character with pretty decent stats as a whole. What could you do? We could develop provinces, we could support... Oh, we could support farms. I guess doing that would be good. This is your second week? Yeah, same for me. Second week of work. Carrier on a starter short strategy. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I think you're right, Sin. I mean, Imperator, like, if you could make that kind of game, I think it would be popular. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm not so sure it's the kind of game I would maybe want to play. Personally, I'm more for those strategy games. Okay, market access here is looking pretty good. What we need to do is we need to work on the food. Yeah, everything here is negative, which is a problem. We're spending money on food. We can export it, but I need to work on the RGOs themselves. I don't think there are any wheat fields here, right? No. Another problem is, like, there aren't that many, like, workers and stuff. I guess I could work on the fish here. And on the fish here. The fish is so, like, unprofitable, but it is what it is. Fur does actually make food. I might have to do that. Yeah, this will make a tiny bit of money, and it will get me a little bit more food. Same thing here. The profits from the fish are so terrible. But, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. The goods here, yeah. And there's no way of dealing with this. I guess I could, like, export wheat from Stockholm. Already happening. I think in Uleåborg, what I might need to do is I might need to build a marketplace, even though it's going to lose money. just so that there can be some trade. Yeah, that's necessary. However long that takes. There we go. If you have Solaris, there's quite a few mods that you play. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of good mods with Solaris, actually. You would play Empire at War 24/7? Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Let's see. I'm not going to block Nobility from the cabinet. Nobility Electorate would be fine. Royal Noble Authority would mean more serfdom. Round blocked from cabinet? Really? I guess we kind of need to do Curtained in Nobility. The others aren't all that good. The Rural Noble Authority isn't terrible, I guess, but I think in my case, it would mean a lot less tax from the nobles. That's just the way it is. But less power, more taxes theoretically. It's just the way it is. We're going to do that. Let's go goods. Yeah, there are not a lot of resources that we can make here, huh? Right, well, let's upgrade that, even though there's not enough people. It's fine. And the fur here. Yes, I guess there are a lot of peasants here. Fur does not exactly make a lot of money, but we're just gonna have to roll with it. Same thing here, like Umyo. Umyo could have like a, this is a town, right? The location is a rural settlement. Really? Fishing village makes no money at all right now. Such a backwater. Well, we're building up the food a little bit, and we do have tools being built. We do have a marketplace being built. These guys are making stuff with the masonry. So we're trying. You're more of a Hearts of Iron 4 player? Oh, okay. What, do you just play like the base game Hearts of Iron, or do you play like different mods and... The biggest problem for me with Hearts of Iron 4 is that there have been a lot of expansions since I played it last, and I haven't been keeping up. Like, the whole supply thing was reworked with the No Step Back, the Russia DLC, and I have not played since then. So, like, it would be quite the experience trying to learn the game again, essentially. No, of course. I mean, once you do start playing it, I imagine that it will be a lot better. So, I'm sure that if I gave it a go, it wouldn't be all too bad. I might want to put in this guy, be to get here. His admin is kind of mediocre, but he's good at other stuff. In fact, can I ask him to go join a foreign order of chivalry? Ah, no, I cannot. Not yet. This guy might become our king in the future. There is a chance. Kind of depends upon how things go. You play heavily modded? Like a bunch of different mods? Or like Kaiserreich? Or which ones? Or that. I think the economy could be doing better. Let's go... Well, we can do this. These go economy, markets. The labor market is not doing well when it comes to its economy at all. We have a marketplace though. They're able to actually buy stuff. Fish is being worked on. Fur is being worked on. See here. A lot of lumber. A lot of fish, so there should be, I mean... There should be other things here. Let's try to build a little bit more in this market. Okay, we don't have any workers there, so that doesn't help. Are there workers here? Building, we're building. Maybe this will help the food a little bit. And then we also have this. Nootsby, I guess, is fine. They're not really able to support themselves. That's one of the big problems. Apparently we have this. Pearls? Wait, where there are pearls here? Really? That is interesting. Okay, so that's all the goods there, but here we could actually build some goods. Any of these food? Salt is not food. There is... I could actually build fruit orchards in some of these places. You know what? I'll build one in Umeå against my better judgment, and then one in Luleå. I have no clue how a fruit orchard can survive in Luleå, but we're going to build it and hope for the best. Because maybe this will have a positive market size at that point. And then we will build maybe a granary. That would be good. Yeah, we'll try building that just to see if that can maybe solve some of the problems that we have here. Yeah, the Steam GameCube, has it actually launched at this point? You're gonna be working at McDonald's? That's smart. Yeah, just get like a budget PC. I mean, it's better than nothing, as you say. And the Steam Cube... I mean, you could probably get it in Georgia. How much does the Steam Cube cost right now? The Steam PC. Steam PC price. Let's see. It hasn't been released, has it? It's gonna cost like $700, so maybe like 600 euros. It's quite a bit of money. It's a lot cheaper than, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a main PC, but it's not exactly inexpensive either. This quarter of the year, apparently? But they haven't announced the price officially, have they? $700 is triple the amount for me. Like, triple the amount of your budget? Or triple the amount of what you would be willing to pay? Or, like, what's the... We're just chilling here. Are we improving relations with Norway? We should be. There we go. I imagine that the Danish already have cores on everything. They do. These guys don't yet. So you know what? I'm gonna go tell the Danish to become Swedish. Because I can do that. Yes, I can enforce the culture. That is horrible. Poor Denmark, but we're gonna make you Swedish. Whether you like it or not. Let's see. I need a diplomat to perform that action. What is this? Libertas Eclaise. Do that right now. I was trying to get Poland as an ally, but I guess they didn't want that, right? No, they do not. That's a shame. All the info you managed to find is $700 to $1,100. Ah, so the 2,100... What is the name of your currency in Georgia? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna support the Curia thing, Poland. I'll become a little bit more spiritualist. Now we're losing food here again. Libor just doesn't have enough food. Why are we exporting food to Lubeck and... Like, that's kind of ridiculous. Is there a way of fixing this? This belongs to what market? To Sweden. Okay. So everything north of here is the Ullebori. What RGOs are there that make food? Not many. Why is there fish here? I guess due to the little river. It's kind of depressing. Any provinces that actually have more workers? Do these make food? No. Neo here. I guess I might get an extra fish province in Tornio. Not exactly swimming in money there, but... I know, what's necessary is necessary. Same thing here. We're gonna get 0.3 ducats for that. Amazing. 0.5 there. Cool. Umio already did that. So wild game gives 3.5. How much does fish give? I'm assuming more. 5. Yeah. No, the big problem is no wheat over here. I mean, this one wheat province gets me 209 food. Like, that's crazy. Like, this one province feeds so much on my nation. Let's upgrade the sturdy grains here. And let's destroy that bog iron smelter. Doesn't matter. This is a roll cloth maker. Let's make a little bit of a profit. You get some more tools, sure. Some more paper, some more tailoring, some more dyes. Don't mind if I do. We have a lot of money at this point, because I've been kind of bad at building things. So let's get... We're lacking in terms of workers, but... Seditalia right here. A little bit more clay, sure. A little bit more clay here, of course. And what else could I build? More tools? Nope. The counting house would get me more local crown power. I'll do that. And Oabo, I already have the crown power house. Average satisfaction, core, proximity to capital, temple. Not really sure, but we'll build some more tools. That's always good. And you know what? If food here is very cheap, then food should become cheaper in the other provinces, right? Trusted mercenaries. The lari? About 3,000 lari. What is like an average hourly wage in Georgia, Imperator? Is it like... So 3 lari is $1. That means that 1 lari is about 3 crowns, roughly. Is it like, say, is 10 lari an hour like an okay salary for someone working at McDonald's, or is it like that low? We're learning a bit about the Georgian economy here. Never thought that would happen, but it's interesting. Georgia. Salaries. A lot. The average monthly wage is 2,271 lari. Okay. And the minimum wage is 20 lari, which is equivalent to $7.5 or $7.4. Okay, per month. That's interesting. The more you know. Okay, so assuming that you get 20 lari a month, let's just pretend it's tax-free for simplicity's sake, or 20 lari an hour. That means that you're going to have to work 150 hours to get that computer, roughly. 600 lari a month or a week, or like for how much? A day? $600, that is the equivalent to 30 hours of minimum wage. Okay, so how much would you be working a month? Like 20 hours a month? Like 5 hours a week? Or are you working like 1 full day a week or something like that? We are going to... The Presroyal love us. We can just ignore their demands. Ignore them. We don't care. Let's get here and let's go to Stockholm. We actually have 27,000 people in Stockholm right now. So maybe we can make that a town. In fact, you know what? Farming estates would be nice, but conducting a census would give us so much more people for a month. I have the money to do farming stuff anyway. What I really need is I need people. So right now we're getting 495 a month. And then look at this as the month ticks by. That was anti-climate. Oh yeah, double, basically double. We get an extra 500 a month. Not terrible. I'll upgrade that. Where is food lacking? Basically everywhere. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any good food provinces? Not really. I'll build a fish here. There's never going to be foodie there. Horses, I'm guessing, does not provide food. No, it does not. Let's see. No, I mean, what would really be good is to have like a lot of food provinces, but just don't have them. Wild game makes some money. Beeswax would make a bit more. So let's upgrade that. Livestock actually I think makes quite a bit of money, so we'll upgrade that. Same thing here in Örebro. We can do that. Upgrade the irrigation. Medicaments will make some money. I think it's really weird that Jaxholm has a higher population than Örebro, but maybe that's the way it was back then. We're upgrading that already. Beeswax here and here. This would make how much? 0.5. Alright, I'll take that. How much does the stone make? 0.4. Sure. Morden, you know what? We can upgrade that. Why not? The iron over here. Still very much lacking people. But this could get another ducat there, so that's pretty good. Quite as much, but it's fine. Now imagine if we got a market village. Does that give food? Okay, you know what? I'm being dumb. What I should be doing is going here to say this province right now and getting a local food production +1. I'll get the forest village, I think. Market village. And the same thing here. Get a market village right there. That's gonna solve our food. I could actually get a settlement, irrigation, and a market village. Let's go food. Wild game is something. Medicaments is something. Minus 33 food here. I mean, that's brutal. Pitio could get like a... This already has the fruit orchards. I'm not really sure if those are making that much food. But get the irrigation and a market village. And here I'll actually get a forest village for the +1 food. Same thing here in Ronio. No, I'll get it in Bodebyn, another forest village. It's going to take a while for those to build, but hopefully that will help with the food situation. You'll be working half a day because of school? Okay. Hi, Wakiki. Welcome to the stream. We are playing Europa Universalis 5. Not sure if you're familiar with it, but it is a grand strategy game as Sweden right now. Going pretty well in my opinion. If this passes, what happens? You just gain some stability. Let's see, do I mean, increasing the opinion of someone, like, it's fine. May as well do that so we don't lose the stability, right? Although, I don't really care that much about the stability. I could request additional taxes. Let's do that. That's gonna give me, yeah, an extra 30 ducats a month. Don't mind if I do. Migration to Stockholm is going okay. And we actually have 100 legitimacy, so this guy's doing nothing worthwhile. Let's expel people from... maybe from Södermanland, actually? Östra Götaland, I could be expelling people from there. Let's try expelling from Östra Götaland, because I don't believe... it has 2 small little towns. Which, you know, I do like that there are towns here, but it's not really that necessary at this point. Haldemar could use, in my opinion, the... I already have the counting house there. Okay. What about Visby? Build a counting house. See if that helps the migration any. Yes, it does. 500 people emigrating to Stockholm in just 1 month. That is amazing. See if we can get another 500. Okay, a little bit less. I think I'll keep expelling for like another month or 2, and we can make this a city. How much are we going to need? 1,300 ducats, so a lot of money. Oh, you gotta go now? See you later, Imperator. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're doing well. Good luck with the new job and with getting the PC. Do you plan on playing the game to the end date? No, I do not, Wakiki. I plan to play this stream, and then honestly, I might end this series. I haven't quite decided yet. It's not all that popular with the channel right now, and I've been enjoying it. Like, I was thinking of playing all the way till becoming like a Protestant and all that stuff, but considering the tempo, it's very slow. It could be more interesting maybe to play some other games. I'm not really sure. I could maybe ask people on the channel about that, actually. Okay, so let's see. Rival War. Who are you guys fighting? These guys are fighting the Golden Horde. Really? So Muscovy, Ryazan, Smolensk, they are all fighting the Golden Horde. I mean, I kind of want them to just fight it out and be weak. Because if we were to declare war... right now, Smolensk would say yes, but if they lose all their soldiers, maybe they would say no, and we could kick Novgorod's ass. Take all their money, take a bunch of their territory. That would be pretty good. We do have the stability for it. When is the next parliament? The next parliament is in, what, 4 years? Sure. I don't need legitimacy, so I'll take the prestige. Well, I'm going to stop expelling from Östra Götaland. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this guy to develop farms in Pitalappmark. And the migration guy is actually going to work on developing Uppland instead. Oops. Yeah. And I could actually get a university here. Imagine getting a university here, that would be kind of cool, but not really possible. We shall get ourselves the university, but we'll get it after we have a city. City first, university second. Take Riga before, it's a very good city. It is a very good city to have. My main problem is that the Livonian Order has 3,500 soldiers and is a vassal of the Teutons, who have 11,000 soldiers. Not to mention, they are allied to a whole host of different countries, like Halich, Upper Bavaria, who's pretty strong. So if we were to declare war upon, say, the Teutons, right? Let's pretend we did that. Yeah, we would be at war with 16, basically 25, 30,000 soldiers. More even. 30, 34,000, 36,000, something like that. While me and my vassals together, we only have 21, 22, 28, 30, 37. So it could be done. It could be done, but it would be hard. Do I have professional soldiers at this point? I do not. I mean, I could, I guess, theoretically research armories, actually. I was gonna go get a bunch of bank stuff, but maybe getting armories, Swedish steel, cannons, and handgunners would allow me to actually build a military that could crush our neighboring nations. That might actually be the play. Because as you said, like, conquering the Baltic would be very, very good. Now we have enough money to make Stockholm a city. What is this gonna do? I'm assuming it's gonna be good. So let's start turning this into a city. Way more nobles, way more burghers, possible soldiers, a lot more buildings, a lot more pop promotion. More food capacity, but less food production. Doesn't matter. Construction capacity means I can build 2 things at once. Is that what it means? Yes, it does mean that you can build 1 more building at the same time. Oh, that is kind of cool. Alright, we are turning Stockholm into a city. From a town to a city. Very cool. How is Ullaborg doing? They are making food right now. I should upgrade the granary. I kind of wish I could do so. I will build the counting house here. And I will build the dock here. Yes, now they don't have any food. That is a problem. So they're running out of food relatively quick. However, it seems like maybe they have enough food to survive for a bit. Does this place have? This place has fish, lumber, fur. Let's do a village. Sure. This is a market village as well. That's working on stuff. This could have a market village. There we go. A market village right there. I could give the Danish some money. Manpower. Not loving that, but you know what? They asked for help, so we'll give it to them. And at the same time, let's make them Swedish, if they aren't already. Where is the enforced culture? There we go. Enforced culture. You guys are now Swedish. There we go. That's fantastic. These guys have... I'm guessing that these places aren't gonna become cores anyway, so I may as well make these guys Swedish as well. Enforce culture. Nice. They're a bit disloyal, but that's gonna disappear with time. It's all good. So I was planning on streaming till 8 o'clock and then maybe stopping right there. Just so you guys know. Kiabi has lumber, which would actually make some money, so sure, we'll upgrade that. Chelia, no, Chelia's a town, I forgot about that. Build up the tools and the Spinners Guild. I have no clue how we could be the target of an international organization, but I'll leave that alone for now. If we were to fight Novgorod, Smolensk would still join against us. Okay, that's kind of annoying. But they're a lot weaker, so we could probably steamroll them, is my assumption. The Navy's doing okay. Control the seas, the Western Baltic. Thank you. The attrition is so bad in the north for like ships and stuff. There should be like a Swedish or like a if you're a northern country, there should be like a tech that you can do that reduces the winter attrition you get for ships. Or they have to implement some sort of retreat into port during the winter. There needs to be some sort of mechanic. Lithuanians are at war with who? Novgorod, really? I'm loving that. But I think these are the guys that I should fight. Like, have them annul treaties with Smolensk and take a bunch of money, as well as a bunch of provinces. I'd like to take, like, these three here. Maybe even create a vassal here. That'd be pretty good. Same thing here, create a vassal like here. 2 Russian vassals. They have very good control over their territory. I think quite a bit better than I do mine. Right, the death of a person. That's too bad. We get another province. Nice. This is what we look like right now in terms of territory. Not terrible. The economy is doing okay. No pain, no gain. That's right. Let's go here. And Stockholm market. We can build some stuff probably. Speaking of things, glass is apparently something we can build. I already have one inside Italia. So let's upgrade that. Twice, in fact. And upgrade it once to Stockholm. Sure. Pretty good. The tools as well. Already upgrading these somewhat, but I'll keep doing that. More tools, thank you. Yeah, navies with attrition. I am aware. That is the problem. How is this market doing? 200 Catholic presence. Yeah, I'll take it. Sure, more people is more people. What are we lacking in this market? Pretty much everything right now. Mostly like food and stuff. I could build some things here though. It would make a lot of money. The Carpenter's Guild would, the Tannery would. Smith apparently, but I don't really think that is a necessity. A library would make money. Probably not, but it's fine. The dock is being built. Naval supplies would be good. What did these use? Naval supplies uses a bunch of different goods that we do not have in this market. Well, we're just gonna have to trade for them then. That is the case. Population is actually going down. Oof, yikes. Luleå is actually getting large enough to become a town. Diseases in Luleå, not great. Settlement, the market village. There we go. Upgrade that. I could probably use like a market village here, but I don't think it's valid at this point. We are making money hand over fist. That's very nice to see. I think getting armories would be a pretty good next step. Losing family members. This guy has lived for quite a while. I'm very happy with that. Hopefully he lives for another 10 or so years. Not really looking forward to. Oh, she is actually... that's interesting. They can actually join foreign orders like that. Women can. Interesting. This guy is okay. Vieira Bielvo. He's fine. I really like the Ottoman game. I thought it was very action-packed. A lot of things to do. Wait. Look at the Byzantines. They're still alive. And they're actually pretty strong. The Pelagios dynasty, or Pelagios dynasty is gone. But the Byzantines are actually not bad at all. They're weaker than the Ottomans, but not that much, actually. With the Bulgarians, they actually have a pretty strong defense. And Constantinople probably has its Theodosian walls. It does. As well as a level 3 armory there. Wow. Okay, so I need to think a little bit. We are working on... It's going to take a while before I get armories. I'm not exactly rushing it. I think... Let's get Stockholm. What will get me the highest amount of support? Increase ties to neighbors, sponsor stuff. Okay, I don't really care about that. Expanding mining operations could be good. That's what I did last time, but what I want to do is I want to fight a war, specifically against the Novgorodians. They are very much lacking in terms of soldiers right now. If we were to attack them, yeah, I think we would be able to crush them without any real issue at all. So, let's do an increase opinion. That's fine. We will ask for Casus Belli against Novgorod for Lopiskya, right here. I think they are a better target than the Teutons. The Teutons are pretty strong right now. Poor Lithuanians can't catch a break. They would accept an alliance. I'm not going to do that. So let's actually maybe give it a month. Okay, I think we just declared the war, more or less. They are going to have their army up and ready, but that's fine. We're going to call in all of our vassals. Most of them are disloyal, like these guys. They hate us right now. It's going to take a while before they become happy again. 6 per year, so it's going to take maybe 10 years for them to be happy with us. Same thing with Nordirland, but Skåne is happy, Norway is happy, Estonia is happy. So it's, I think, no issue. I think we alone can defeat Novgorod, so should be fine. Oh, for Europa Universalis 5? I mean, it is very fun. There is a tutorial, but it's kind of not that good. I'm not gonna lie. It's better to watch like YouTubers and just try yourself and hope for the best. I've learned the most by just playing. It's one of those things where doing something will almost always teach you better than looking at tutorials. But if you have zero clue, you can watch. There are a bunch of YouTube tutorials out there. Raise all the levies. Thank you. How many troops can we carry here? Quite a bit, but... Raise the levies. Raise the levies. There we go. We'll allow a couple days to go by. I'm going to tell my vassal Estonia to be very defensive. There we go. That'll be important. This army is going to march here. This navy is going to merge. It can now carry 4,000 soldiers. With this added in, we will actually be able to carry all of our soldiers. You guys are actually going to march down here. Got 5,000 soldiers there. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. Right. The navy has been gathered. The army needs a general. I do actually have a pretty good family member, William of Bielbu. But he's probably going to die soon. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I'll put him in charge. Birger would be amazing, but we are actually an admiral, so I'll hold off for now. And we'll attach this there. You're not allowed to do that. You have to have no levies raised before you can declare war. So like, for example, right now my levies are raised, so if I wanted to declare war, see, I cannot. Because we cannot start a war when we have levies raised. You are more than welcome to ask as many questions as you want, Sin. This is a perfect opportunity to ask things, if you are curious. It's quite fun, the game. I enjoy it. It's not that deep once you get to know it. I still have a lot to learn, but I figured out a few things. And I'm sure that a couple more games and I'll actually have a pretty decent understanding of it. Some things like the most optimal market building is kind of like not something I know. And also I have trouble kind of doing things quickly. I'm not really built markets personally, so I don't have any real knowledge there. But as a whole, I feel pretty comfortable with the game right now. Mostly. Let's get the... you know what? Sure. Actually, the lumber there in Västerås would actually make quite a bit of money. This isn't making any money, so we're just gonna destroy that. How much will you make? A ducat. You know what? Actually, the lumber mills are going to be making quite a bit of money at this point, so may as well upgrade them. Copper here would make some money. So, sure. Why not? And would any of these... Food capacity would be good. Trade capacity, market access would actually be very good. Oh, you can have both villages. I did not know that. Well, we'll do market village first. As for... here... I guess that's fine. We'll leave it as is right now. But yeah, no, you're not allowed to raise levies at the start of the war. I mean, before starting war. Yep. So that is actually one advantage that Novgorod has, is they have their army ready. Case in point, they're actually sending their forces over there. Maybe I can come in and help. Probably not, but maybe. Seems like the Estonians are actually winning. The Estonians actually won. That's really good. I'm gonna kind of leave all this alone, and I'm just gonna straight up march down south. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's one of the things. You've watched quite a bit, and I do have a bunch of different series. So, well, a bunch of different series. I have the Ottoman series, which is also a good introduction. I would, if I were going to be you and play, I think Sweden, if you want to chill and like just figure out the economy aspect, is a pretty good choice, but you don't have a lot of money to play with. I think if you want to dive head first into something that is relatively easy and forgiving, but is also very fun, I think the Ottomans is actually a perfect first choice. They have a lot of interesting mechanics. They have a very like strong situation. So like it's pretty difficult not to succeed in some way. Still possible, of course. Yeah, okay. What do you think? The biggest problem, I think, with this game is that it's very time-consuming. It's a very large game with a lot of different stuff, and if you want to optimize everything, you're going to be playing forever, which is, you know, not feasible. And that's kind of been one of my struggles, is playing well enough, not being good enough at the game to play fast and well, trying to play well enough to... Uh-oh. Let's see here. They have the terrain penalty, actually. We have the bigger army by double. We have the better general, in my opinion. Okay, we're crushing them. Very nice. Maybe not crushing them, but we're winning. Right now, they have almost a similar amount of soldiers to what we have. I actually want to fight this army, I think. Yes. It would be nice to, you know, siege them and all that good stuff. Okay, so now we have the terrain penalty. We have so many more soldiers that I think we're good. Okay, they actually have an army right there. We lost that. That's fine. Where is the... We got another 5,000 soldiers here. Let's embark them. Get these guys to come here. Let's actually just land them in Nieva. We march. This is a woods, which gives a penalty of 1. But I think if we go here, and then we can attack into this, actually. Okay, unfortunately, they got some of that morale back. Yes. But I think we need to be aggressive. They have way more stability. Why? Oh yeah, we have more discipline. Yeah, we have more discipline than they do. Okay, that's fine. They have more tactics, though. This was not as favorable as I was hoping for. Yeah, we're actually losing more soldiers than they are. Get these guys to reinforce. Yes, okay, we did actually kill more than we did lose, but not by a huge amount. Okay, let's merge these together and just go and try to crush this little force right here. And then maybe after we stack wipe them, we can go after this army. Yeah, there we go. Stack wiped. Fantastic. Let's head up here and siege this down as I was doing before. Oh, thank you, son. Nice of you to say. I've enjoyed it a lot, but yeah, balancing everything is a little bit difficult. We have 154 random dudes starving right there. Okay. Maybe they can siege this down. Hopefully they don't just die doing so, but we're going to send them down there. Hope for the best. I'm not going to give these guys the privilege. So we're going to leave that alone for now. Keep that as part of Sweden. Cool. We have so much money. Okay, what can I do? Let's start building up the economy a bit more. Stockholm can have... Oh, wow. Look how many more building slots we have now for all the different things. Okay. The Spinners Guild and the Die Makers making a lot of money. We'll also get some tools, because tools are always good. Kind of going crazy here. I'm going to get the university, even though it's maybe not super important. We'll get the scriptorium. I will get the Royal Guard, and maybe it's going to be so expensive, but you know what? I'm getting it. We have the money. Let's splurge. Irrigation, let's upgrade that. What is our pop capacity in Stockholm right now? It is 480,000 people. That's a lot. That is half our country's population, essentially. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of different things happening there. Upgrade the sturdy grains, yes. Upgrade the lumber, sure. Let's... I don't want to upgrade the fish. Tia can use a counting house, why not? Paper Maker skill, Die Maker, sure. Soda can use wool. While this is happening, on pause. The Bog Iron Smelter is making no money, so disband it. We have the marketplaces, we have almost everything else. Paper Makers Guild, Spinners Guild, sure. Okay, that's quite a bit of investment. The goods. We're lacking in iron, somehow. That's kind of weird. I could upgrade this right here. Nice. Find it kind of crazy that we can make so much money from lumber at this point, but you know what? If that is the case, then we will happily do so. Yeah, the biggest problem is people. That is the biggest issue. Can we build settlements? Settlements. I can build 3. What about in the Novgorod market? Ullebori, I could build 1. Can this have a settlement? No. Okay, it's fine. It's all good. We are taking a lot of attrition here due to winter. Ugh. Just gonna have to suffer through it. Oh, they're retreating? Oh, that sucks. I guess what we could do is I could march into my own territory just to escape the attrition for a bit. We're gonna lose 120 soldiers there. Oof. Yikes. Do I still take attrition here? I do. What about right here in Viborg? No, I actually don't take attrition in Viborg. Probably due to the castle. Who? Kristina was our ruler's niece. Yes, I will accept that. Bagge. Called Bagge. He is actually a really good guy. He would be a good general. Did we siege this? No, we're trying to. There we go. We siege this down. Nice. There's not a lot here. But you know what? Go siege this down. Okay, look at these guys. I'll allow another month to go by. Oh, they're sieging down a province I don't care about. I'll give it another 5 days. Okay, this is where their army is. They will arrive in Corella. Okay, you know what? I'll meet them there. Fine by me. Unfortunately, we're a little bit slow, but I think we should be able to crush this army. Even though we're going to have some terrain penalties. 3 terrain penalties. Oh, that is actually kind of bad. But we are such a much larger army. So I still think we crush them. Okay, there we go. Stack wiped. Not quite, but 1,000 soldiers dead. Let's go kill those 300 troops right there. No, march down here. Yeah, they're running away. That's fine. You know what? Run away. Let's see if we can't maybe chase some of them. No. Okay. Go up here then. Neva is wetlands. Ugh. Okay, we go to... They're going to the lake? Really? Can we fight on the lake? I'm very curious about that. I feel like I just have to try it. Just for the sake of experiment. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Winter. Is this one of those things where the lake is frozen right now? I think we're gonna lose those 140 soldiers, so I'm gonna tell them to run away. Don't go into the lake. Go here, and then here. Yes, okay, that's good. As for our 800 soldiers, go here. I think we're gonna start sieging down some more of them. They have 7,000 troops. So we're gonna chase down 800 of them, kill them. There we go, stack wiped. Fantastic. Now I kind of wish I had more armies, perhaps? Not really sure what I was going to say. Let's just siege down Novgorod. We'll start doing that. They have some soldiers. I'm not really sure. We got 600 troops there. Scotland is in this... Wait, what? Scotland actually... No, that's Scania. Okay, okay, that makes sense. So Skåne is here with their little army. Very nice. Just march over there. How's the economy doing? The tax base is doing okay. It's apparently gone down a bit after this war. Probably because we traded a lot with Novgorod. Oh, this is not a good battle. Why? Why, Scania? Why you march your army into here? Orkney is in this? Wait, why is Orkney in this war? Oh, because they're a vassal to Norway. Okay, I gotcha. Maybe them joining in. Okay, they did actually win that battle. I'll take it. Okay, now get these guys over here. We'll siege down the north. Ooh, we're losing a lot of stuff due to food problems. I think I'm actually going to abandon the siege and head back this way just to get food. It's bad. Still won that battle, but we need to head back here. Yeah. Keep it as part of Sweden for now. Okay, we got food. We're good. How much food do we have? We got 5. That's a lot. Just chill. Cover morale for a bit. And I think I'm gonna go down and siege like this. Just so that we can get some food up in here. Maybe go here first. Provinces. Wait, let's see here. This is all one big province. Huh. I see. So we're going to siege this down, and then we're going to go here and siege down this city, and then we're going to siege down this castle. That's going to be the plan. Hopefully that will be successful. They're sieging down this for me, so that's nice. Seems like Vladimir did attack and crush an army belonging to Norway. Not great. The question is, what do we win from this war? First off, I'm going to win all their money. Of course. And war reparations. And for them to, I think, annul treaties with Smolensk. See here. Annul all treaties with Smolensk. Yes, they would accept that. I'm going to want these provinces here. Karelia province. I mean, these aren't really that good. I would rather have the provinces here. This is more for borders' sake. This is Nieva, I guess. Yes, okay. I mean, do I need all of this province? I'm not so sure. Might just want like this. Just like the the coastline. Maybe I should be taking more. This would be a pretty interesting peace deal, but it would be more than we can afford. This wouldn't be terrible, but it's a very, like, high war score deal. So it may not be possible. We shall see. Most of these nations don't have soldiers. Vladimir would not even accept... oh, that's too bad. They're attacking us there. Weakening Novgorod a lot, so this should be good for Muscovy. Like, if Muscovy decides to declare war upon Smolensk, they would be able to kick their butts at this point. They don't have any soldiers. They actually have 2,500 soldiers. But Novgorod has no soldiers. Yaroslav as well. Okay, we siege this down. That's good. March to the town. Seems like we're just barely going to win this battle. I'm very proud of my Swedish boys over there. Actually killing 150 dudes, only losing a tiny bit of forces themselves. See if we can siege down this fort right there. Would be amazing if we could. I mean, we're getting the war score. It's taking war score, so that's good. Prove cultural opinion. There we go. That means that the Estonians like our culture more. That's nice. Prove the cultural opinion. Alright. Good, good, good. Foreign trade competition rises. Impose a new tariff. Sure, we can do that. Ah, this guy died and I didn't replace him. I should have done that a while ago. Appoint a member. We are lacking in terms of members at this point. It's all just a bunch of old dudes. The Bialabo dynasty is dying out, which is a real shame. It's mostly due to the fact that this guy didn't have any sons. Yeah, a bunch of old dudes. Valdemar, he had... We went from having Magnus only having one son. Magnus, here we go. Magnus the False, only having one son. But this one son, Erik, not only having 3 sons, but the first one having 4 sons. The second one having 2 sons, and the third one having a son. And for a while, all was good. But not anymore. We actually do have another Magnus right here. So maybe he could be our ruler in the future. He is apparently slow. Okay. That tracks for this dynasty. They're all idiots, so... Why are we taking attrition? Due to the winter. I see. I think we're just gonna live with it at this point. We're just gonna be taking winter attrition. These guys, can they disband? Yes, they can. Not loving the fact that the Norwegians are marching with 0 morale. Okay, they're recovering morale. Good. I'm not optimistic about this battle at all. They won. Okay. Somehow. Against all odds. And then we have like 38 soldiers just chilling there. You know what? The naval levies, I'm going to disband them so they can recover because we don't need them for this battle, for this war. We have more than enough food. The walls have been breached. That's fantastic. We're winning this war. That's not really an issue. Are these guys going to starve? I'll allow another month to pass. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to create an army right there. These guys are gonna have some food. We have no food now. Okay. Give us the supply wagons. Select these. Select everyone but the Royal Army. Merge these together. March over here, I guess. This is where the food exists, right? Yep, there's 0 food in all of this. There's a bunch of food here, but there's 0 food there, so we're gonna march on over here. They arrive, they get the food. All 2.2 of it. March back there as quickly as they can. Yes, mass food attrition. 5% is pretty bad. Okay, now we're gonna have to deal with this. So I'm gonna have to create a new army. And let's do this army right here. And we'll merge these. So you got some food. You actually have some food? I messed up. Let's try this again. Let's grab both of these. As well as these peasant levies. And we are going to create a new unit. This force has how much food? 0.8? There we go, 0.8, and they consume 0.8, 0.10 a day. These guys have enough food. There. These guys should be able to get here in time. There we go. Merge these together. Not sure if these guys are going to make it in time. Okay. Now march in here. Like these guys, march them here. These guys are starving. That's expect. Okay, there's actually food. No, there's not. There's food here. Okay. We lost some soldiers, I think, but it is what it is. These guys actually have food here. We can march them to Narva. Good. This force. They will have 1 food. Okay, good. These guys just march here. They now have food. They now have food again. Great. This is a bit tedious, I will say. It would be amazing if this was sieged down in that time, but I don't think it will be. I think I need more camp followers. That would help things quite a bit. Will we make it in time? Oh, yes we did. Nice. I think. It's just not enough. I think what I need to do, among other things, is I just need to send some of these peasant levies, some of these knights, into a new unit. It's just the way it is. Okay, let's deselect this one. .9, 0.75. These guys are gonna just like join this army right here. Same thing with these guys, just join this army. And these two are gonna merge together. Disband or grab these guys. Select the camp followers. Apparently I have some of the camp followers left here. Not great. No. We lose one inflation. That doesn't really help me. But I don't want to lose the legitimacy. That's the big thing. So we're going to do that. Great. How much food do they consume? 0.3. It's kind of ridiculous. Not sure they can get there in 20 days. It seems like they can just barely. Alright. And then... oh, they're taking damage due to the winter. Okay, that's fine. Winter attrition is only 1%, so that's all good. There we go. Finally, this place was actually sieged. Is there any food here? Probably not. But this province seems to have food, so we can march over there and just seize it. What a battle. Or, I mean, what a siege, I guess, is the correct way of looking at it. These guys are going to siege this down for us, which is going to give us all of this. Amazing. There we go. Now we took that food right there. Go kill that. So even if we can't, like, win the siege of Novgorod, I think just sieging it is gonna scare them like crazy. So I think this makes them pretty terrified. In fact, they would actually surrender at this point. We could take all of this territory, which would weaken them considerably. The question is this the territory I want? I guess so. 3 provinces, a bunch of money, war reparations, annulling treaties with Smolensk. I think that is about the best that we could possibly get, so let's do that. And now Sweden is looking pretty mighty, in my opinion. Now, we're not going to be able to core this. So we're going to have to create a new vassal. Provinces. Yes, we're going to have to create a new vassal right here. Demography is very Novgorodian and Orthodox. It's going to be a... No, we're not going to create the Principality of Orshek. No. I guess this was a historical nation? Really? It'd be kind of fun to do that. I mean, it's a better name than Lopridiskia or Vodskaya, in my opinion. So let's do that, sure. We'll do them as a fiefdom. There we go. These guys have their capital here. That's fine by me. Let's enforce religion. It's going to make them mad. That's okay. We'll cede a province. We'll cede this. And we shall cede another province right here. So we didn't actually get any more people, but we got ourselves a new vassal that is going to grow. Next war, I think I can give them, you know, maybe like this province and this province here, thereby creating a pretty strong nation. Hopefully. We shall see. The dreams of the Baltic Inner Sea are definitely being closer and closer realized. At this point, we have all of the Finnish and Swedish coastlines, of course. Most of the Estonian coastline. Basically all the Russian coastline, aside from Kaliningrad. All of Denmark. So we control, like, the access route here. Norway is under our influence. Yes, only the German and Poland lands that we need to acquire for ourselves. Once we have those, everything's going to be good. The younger brother of our ruler is dead. It's too bad. He was a young child of 49. Apparently this cabinet member hasn't been doing anything. That's kind of my bad. Let's see, what do I want? Support new farms, I guess. That's always good. Okay, so we are doing a colonial charter right there. Not loving those Norway borders, but it is what it is. I would have liked to have had Kola for myself. Yeah, there's some clay here and some other things. Yeah, it would have been better, but it is what it is. I think what I'll try to do is I'll try to steal the market to this guy maybe in the future. Or I could just give them the Novgorod market. What is the population? 92,000. Not terrible. It's quite a bit more than the Estonian vassal I have with 70,000. I could improve relations with this guy. Do they have an institution that I do not? Meritocracy is growing. Is there a institution that I can I adopt? Not yet. Stockholm has it already, so that's good. Education of the elites right now. I can have education of the court, max literacy of nobles, replace cabinet members' costs cheaper, efficiency of our cabinet, and monthly aristocracy. Not terrible. Education of the people means that the burghers are better, laborers and soldiers. The nobles are kind of pissy, the clergy is kind of pissy. Mixed institutions seems like the best, like a kind of like in between, I guess. Open institutions means that the clergy isn't happy, but institution growth increases. I mean, this is going to be better in the long run. Constantly pissing off my nobles. They're just not going to be that happy. Which means that I can't tax them as much. They make me so much money right now. I can always change the law later. You know, I will do this for now. It's not as good as some other things in the future, but I'll do it for now. Okay, embark you. We're getting closer to 8 o'clock, so I'm going to be ending the stream real soon. I enjoyed the war. The war was fun. See if we can zoom by some months. Let's go here. I do not need to create a market. I just need to embrace the ones we already have. Are there any RGOs that I can get here? Apparently there are. But there are no people there. Okay. This, I guess, has some people. And this has some people as well. Right? That's good for food. These guys don't have any workers. These guys don't have any workers. Essentially, none of these have workers, but I'll get some money here. It's kind of like throwing money into a well, but it is what it is. And maybe there are some buildings that can make money. A tannery would make money, but we cannot build anymore. Tools guilds will make money, but we cannot build anymore. Lulio is not a city, right? No, it's not. And it's just a lumber mill, so it's not going to lose anything all that special. It would lose the market villages, which would be a shame. But I think making it a urban settlement, I think would be good, actually. For the economy, among other things. Food production is kind of terrible. Let's just make this a town. Sure. As for the other market, Stockholm market, the buildings here. None of these have people, so we'll ignore that for now. Nordic shopping could keep getting wool. As could Woberg, so we'll do that. Lumber, actually, we could get some more people here. Quite a lot of money, actually, from that. Okay. And the medicaments. It's one of those things where, like, there's so much lumber here that maybe I shouldn't be building lumber in the south just so I can trade it, but immediately getting all those ducats is just a huge amount of money. Not that familiar with having multiple different markets, so bear with me. Are there any buildings I can build? Apparently fiber crop farms would make a lot of money in Stockholm right now, so we'll do that. Build one in Norrtälje as well, sure. Another building that would make a lot of money is the Dye Makers Guild. Keep upgrading those too. Pool guilds would make more money in Stockholm. Keep upgrading that. Wondering if we have enough people here. We are employing a lot of burgers. A lot of people are moving here. The population is growing quite a bit due to the cheap food. Yeah, no one is really migrating to Uppsala, but the population is growing, and we could actually upgrade the wheat, which is very nice. Are there any, like, I guess I could do like a market village here that would actually local food capacity, trade, market access, all those good things. So let's do that. Let's actually upgrade this twice. May as well. More market access is very good for this province here. The sand doesn't make that much money, but it would make gravel roads cheaper, I think. Seems like some fish is okay. We'll upgrade these too. Anything here I can build? A spinner's guild and a tools guild, sure. What about here? Wheat is always decent. And I can also upgrade the papersmaker skills. The dye maker, sure. We could embrace the institution, but we would lose so much stability. Although, is that such a horrible thing? You know what, we're gonna embrace it. Gives me a little bit more research bonus, which is good. Literacy is pretty bad at 11%. I guess I'll appease the estates, I think. Yeah, we'll appease the estates right now. These guys are still very disloyal, although it's getting better. These guys aren't going to be loyal for a long time. See here, Kalmar, anything good here? Ah, it's fine. Upgrade that. And that. Why not? The lumber here would be 0.5 per level. What about the fish? Almost nothing. A little bit more here. Spinner, the tailor. Okay. Tailor, the spinner. Sure. Örebro, more cows. Get more irrigation. I wish there was irrigation in Uppsala. There is actually a river here, so it's kind of bullshit that there isn't like irrigation capacity right there, but that's just the way it is. I wonder if we go buildings, bridges. Where can I build bridges? Like all over the place. One here. Okay. Sure, I'll build some bridges. Maybe not super important, but I'll do it. Roads in general actually would be good to have. Do I have a make roads thing? Host army exercises, increase ties to neighbors. Expand shipbuilding facilities. Dock in Viborg and Visby. Apparently I don't have docks there? Huh. I am surprised. Army exercises wouldn't be terrible. Ties with neighbors wouldn't be terrible either. Oh, that's just barely not enough. Well, that's fine. Country's doing pretty okay. Yeah, the levies are a bit reduced, but we will soon be getting ourselves the armory. After the armory, professional armies. Amazing. At that point in time, maybe I'll actually be able to defeat the Teutons. They have 1,400 professional soldiers. Kind of scary. But if I have like 3,000 professional soldiers... The tax base is really recovered. That's fantastic. These guys' tax base kind of sucks. I'll upgrade the tools building right there. Do they have any good RGOs here? I guess wheat is pretty decent. Upgrade that. Lumber is not that good, apparently. Sure. That will help our vassal a little bit. We get a bunch of... Okay. We get a bunch of money from the priests because they were doing corrupt stuff. Gotcha. I'll upgrade, Stony a little bit as well. Here we go, the Age of Discovery. So we can choose admin focus for dynamic court. Pop conversion speed sounds good. Pop assimilation sounds good. Building cost is always nice. Integration is good. Colonies I don't really care about. Trade range is good. Mining is very good for me. And urban building cost, sure. Versus Quest for the New World, we're not going to do that, I don't think. Fortune Seekers, not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. I mean, I think Sweden could become a pretty decent naval power. I mean, a colonial power if we wanted to, but we're not going to do it. These are all pretty good. But I think ammo focus is the way to go. Closer ties with House Witte. Yeah, sure. This is for the good of Sweden. I have to choose. Do I want this? Do I do anything to do that? Support communal values. Legitimacy. Sweden loses 5 cultural tradition. 5 prestige is not that big of a deal. Yeah, we'll do that. Sure. There we go. Oh, that wasn't enough. Okay, that was my mistake. Cultural tradition. How much do we get every month? Oh, we're losing it anyway due to modifiers. Okay, I think we just do that. There we go. We have so much. Do we get cultural tradition every time we force someone to become Swedish, perhaps? The assimilation rate is terrible, though. Nice. And I think with the printing press institution having started, we are probably going to end the live stream right here. It is after 8 o'clock. Didn't get quite as far as in previous live streams, 20 years. And I am debating, as I said a few times this stream, over retiring this series. I'm not so sure that people are all that interested in, you know, getting to see this game all the way into the late game with this particular series. Maybe if this was a regular playthrough, I'm not quite sure. You guys are more than welcome to chime in here. But maybe I'll post a poll along with all the other polls asking you guys if you even want to see live streams, and if you do want to see live streams, what kind of live streams would you like to see? If it's going to be Star Wars Empire War, if it means trying other games, that sort of thing. I am kind of curious. So I hope you guys did enjoy this live stream. I upload content 5 days a week for people who are not aware. And right now, every episode is Europa Universalis 5 as the Ottomans. But once that series is concluded, there will be some Diablo 4. And then some Star Wars Empire at War, which I think will be a lot of fun. Currently on the channel, I have polls up asking you guys what mod we will be playing next. It looks like... Well, I can actually check preliminarily and see what's winning right now. Why not? I can allow more time to pass while that's happening. So right now, the mod that is winning is Thrawn's Revenge by quite a bit, 56%. But you guys are more than welcome to vote. Impact the future of this mod, or the playthroughs. I think it'll be good. So, with that said, ending it here. If you guys have any last things to say, now is the time before I end the series. I don't know if you're still here, Sin, but nice chatting with you. Thank you for joining me on the stream. To all the other viewers, thank you for joining me. It's, you know, it's been fun playing the series so far. But I am kind of at a point where maybe retiring it is the way to go. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.